What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Should I break it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Veteran Gaming. I am Aaron. Tonight in Eternal Evolution, we're going to talk about some elite heroes that can still help you even though your power gets really up there, like mine is 23 million. I've been playing the game since it launched. I am not totally free to play, but there are still some elite heroes that I use. So I want to go ahead and make a video real quick on some of the elite heroes that are still applicable to content in the game. That way, for people that are newer to the game or just looking for a little bit of guidance, you guys have some idea of which heroes maybe you don't want to throw resources into early because they're not going to be used as long. Because a lot of free-to-play people, efficiency is the key, right? You want to save resources for where they need to go, and you don't want to throw them into other heroes. So we're going to focus on the elite heroes tonight that are really, really good for content long into the game now, okay? But the first thing I want to do is talk about my really important sponsor for the video. So since the launch of Eternal Evolution, I have come out with videos and guides that I think can really help the player base and progress their accounts. And I have paired with a program called Aptoide that I think can really give a boost to people's account when you're spending money inside of Eternal Evolution. Everybody wants to progress quickly, right? And the store has some absolutely awesome packs that you can really use to upgrade your account quicker. From monthly passes to the growth fund, military rank, the value packs, right? There's a lot of different opportunities where you can pick up some extra limited cards and heroes inside of Eternal Evolution. So what I'm talking about today is Aptoide, which really is very simple. You're going to download Aptoide. It's an app. You're going to find Eternal Evolution right here. And as you can see right above my head, it says up to a 20% bonus. So you're going to download Eternal Evolution here. This program is going to pair with the App Coins wallet, which is going to give you an up to 20% bonus on your purchases, and it's going to give you resources back, right? And if you go into your settings right here and you throw in the promo code of Veteran, which you can see right behind me, it is going to activate this extra perk right here. You're going to get an extra 5% on all your purchases in Eternal Evolution. So when you go into Eternal Evolution, you can see here, if you're going to look at a pack, let's just do this. I was probably on a good one. Here we go, $99.99. Get a Rickert, 40 limited cards, some good stuff, right? So when you click that $99.99, it's going to pull up your purchase and it's going to bring up that App Coins wallet. And you're going to see right here, purchase bonus, $15 in app coins. So then later on, these app coin credits right here, you can actually use to purchase. So you're still spending the money. Now you're going to get a bonus return of these app coin credits that can help you make more purchases in the future for nothing. Downloading Aptoide is totally free. So make sure you guys are getting on the Aptoide train. Download it using my links down below. It's going to help out my channel. It's going to help me out. And it's also going to help you guys get rewards in game. So make sure you're getting Aptoide today. All right, now that you guys know how to get some bonuses for spending money in the game, let's go ahead and talk about the elite heroes that I mentioned earlier. So we'll go ahead and just go through the sections here. And first of all, we'll talk about tank. And really, the tank is a very, very easy call for me because there's really only one you want to mess with long term, and that is Vegeness. Because now that there is a tank commander in the game that focuses on knockdown ability, and really tanks have totally shifted to knockdown ability, this is our only elite, the most recent one, that has any knockdown. He has it here on his common. Once you get the talent effect, they have a 30% chance based on accuracy to be knocked down. But also here on the ultimate ability, another AoE damage and knocks down with a certain probability. So knockdown on two separate abilities. Really, really, really solid hero, especially because it's one of the newer ones. So they knew what they wanted to do with Vegeness. They knew how they wanted to make him applicable to long-term content in the game, and they really did a smashing job. Vegeness is an awesome, awesome hero. There is a little bit of a shout out to Oisa here, just because she does have an AoE stun on her ultimate, which can be very nice early in the game. But Vegeness is the clear winner here. Really the only elite you want to mess with long-term in the tank category. Vanguard, it's pretty easy too, although Artist does have a little bit of use. Nafang, Donkey Kong here is still the clear winner just because he's a bit of a support, right? You can throw him in there with Leo and Crete and really do some good work long term. And it's not because of the damage he does. We don't care about the AoE damage as much, but increases the damage reduction of nearby allies, really huge there. Increases attack and defense of Vanguard allies. He's got a little bit of buffing allied hero. He gains damage reduction, which keeps him alive, and then his ultimate, again, not quite as important because it's not a buff. We don't really care about his damage. What we care about is him going out there and increasing Leo and increasing the newest Triple S Balrog for the Vanguards. So he is a clear winner, even though Artist does have a little bit of use in some events. Donkey Kong wins pretty easily. For the Assassins, I'll be completely honest with you here. Both Rakana and Randall, you want to transition out of pretty quickly. They do have their uses. They can fill in, but frankly, Rakana's a little bit better in PvP. Randall's a little bit better in PvE. I don't really have a clear-cut winner here for the Assassins or a clear-cut option. All of the triple S's completely blow them out of the water so much that it's not even really worth having a conversation about them. So maybe when you're looking at what Assassins and how to build them, this might be one that you're really going to have to save some of your triple S resources to put into that. On a complete flip side here, Hunters have some great options as elite. For me, Taylor is the clear winner, just because with his ultimate ability, I'll throw it up here, you can actually move him into certain areas, which really, really, really helps with Terra Dome and some of the other events that come up, because he can jump into an inner circle and do damage that other ranged characters can't do. And the fact that you control that is absolutely massive. He's also probably the top single target or even multiple target. He does so much damage for an elite. He's a really, really, really strong hero and can do more single target damage than some of the triple S heroes. So really, really, really strong. I do also love Old John. He has some really great PvP aspects. He is the most recent hunter added to the game, and that's probably why. And he has a lot of attack speed stuff built into his kit, and really attack speed is kind of coming to the forefront with some of the divine prototypes and some of the heroes like Rosaris. So Old John can be very useful in some content, especially in some of the special events that come up. It's nice to have a hero that has a get out of death free card with his cunning passive here. Instead of receiving a fatal injury, he's going to throw a smoke cloud AoE, and then he's going to get out of there, which, like I said, can be very helpful in some events. So we still love Old John. And then Bot Mark is another one that can really help out your team. And it all comes down to... Here we go. The Flamestorm Armor, which is a passive. Every time a critical strike lands, they have a chance to reduce the enemy's defense. This can be very, very, very helpful because it makes all of your other triple S heroes do more damage because you've reduced the enemy's defense. So Botmark can also be like a support that does damage on the side. So Hunters have some really, really great triple or elite options for heroes. I still say Taylor is the number one. Botmark and Old John, depending on what you're using for. Old John, especially for PvP, is much better in some events. But for like guild challenges, guild hunt, that kind of stuff, Botmark is going to take the edge. So moral of the story is don't worry about throwing resources into any of these hunters. They can all help you long term and are good options. For support, there's obviously only one option, one girl to talk about, and that is Serena. She's an absolutely outstanding healer, and hero options are pretty limited, right? Masrani is clearly the best in my opinion. You do have Bota down here too, which I haven't even put work into because Serena can hold her own so well. She's really, really great. So Serena is the only support we're even going to talk about. She's a very good healer. She's going to help out if you need a third healer for all kinds of things. From PvP all the way to, I'm drawing a blank here, Ancient Altar. She's very helpful in Ancient Altar to get to the max levels quickly. So, energy. Energy's a bit like the hunters. They do have some options that can help, although none of them are that overwhelming in the long term. They're all there and they're all capable, but not quite as effective as some of the hunters. Falvea can do some really solid damage, but only up to like 5 enemies, and she's kind of the hybrid, right? She shoots on her ultimate here, a couple of missiles, 5, right? Let's see, does it upgrade? Yeah, maybe an extra, I don't know. But they will all hit a single target if there's only one target, but if there are multiple targets, it'll spread out and hit multiple targets. So she is good for both single target and AoE, which is something that, you know, somebody like Kane or Omar can't say. So she is a bit more multi-purpose than some of the other energies, but her damage does have limitations because she can only hit so many targets because she only fires so many beams. So in a pure AoE situation, she's just not going to do as much damage as, say, somebody like Kane here. Kane is a really good damage hero, but is a pure AoE. Pretty much everything. Multiple targets there. Damage to all enemies within the target radius. Very, very AoE oriented, so not a ton of help in single target situations. Kane and Omar. Omar's the other one that has a little bit more usefulness long term. Murphy Rowe, Paluno, both have a couple of uses here and there. They're not terrible, but that's kind of the problem with energy, right? If it's not a triple S energy, you're really just, the damage is not comparable. So yeah, these can all help you long term, but basically my recommendation would be just pick one and stick with it. All of them can do a good job. If I had to choose one, it would probably be Kane. I think he does a tiny bit more damage than Omar, but Falvea is much more multi-purpose, so I wouldn't hate on you for picking her either. And finally, we have summons. I would have said Muka prior to last week, but now we have Dorali, who is taking all of the damage and is a really critical hero to the game. So Muka can help you take up some damage. It's really only a summoner that can absorb any kind of damage whatsoever. But I would have to say now it's Senway. Senway does an extraordinary amount of damage for being an elite hero, both single target and AoE. And Senway is just a cool character. I mean, look at that panda boss. He's got the dad bod rock in it. I just love Senway. I don't know if it's because he was one of the first Rise of Heroes and I've had him for forever, but Senway is just phenomenal for me. So Muka, if you're not going to go for Dorali, probably gets the edge, but Senway, I think, overall has more long-term use than Muka now that Dorali's around. So there we go. I think that's everybody I want to talk about. Hopefully this video is helpful for some of the newer people in the game. Give you some kind of idea of where you want to go and which heroes deserve your resources more than others. It is important to remember that all of these elite heroes you do not want to sink your exclusive 30 credits into, right? Take them up to 20, no problem, but only triple S heroes go up to EX30. That is the best way to use those resources, because those resources to get up to EX30 are one of the hardest things to get in this game. So make sure you're using those efficiently. So there we go, guys. Hopefully the video helped. If it did, if you enjoyed it, if you agree with me, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't agree, make sure you leave it in the comments section down below. That way the whole community is learning of what heroes can help out with different things. Make sure you guys check out the Aptoide links down below. Also, that way you're getting bonuses on your purchases. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content like this. And as always, guys, have fun. Good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.